Hey everyone, it's Devine and welcome to Divine Miracles channel. Thank you so much for subscribing and sharing. I hope that you will enjoy the messages that come through this week. I'm going to be using the Gateway to the Divine Tarot by Cairo Marchetti, and also I'm going to be using the mediumship cards. These are from James Van Praagh, and I think Doreen Virtue had something to do with it as well, but I've cleansed and cleared the cards, so they're mine now. So they're positive, okay? So I'm going to start off with Pisces, and so this is going to help also give a message from heaven, from a loved one, or just from spirit, like as well. So we're going to just be seeing what comes through for you. I'm going to do 3 cards. So this is going to be about life in general, finances, and love life kind of thing. So relationships, friendships on any level. Okay, let's start off with Pisces. Okay, what's happening up with you in general? Finances and relationships. Okay, what's it gonna? I might even do another. Okay, so this is life in general. So this is for Pisces. Okay, so this is the 6 of Swords. So as you can see, you know, this lady is moving forward, and this can just be, you know, just the card is showing a woman, but it's not always a woman, okay? So this lady is moving forward away from things that were causing issues and moving forward into a completely new life. And sometimes when we look at the 6 of Swords, you can see just quietly there that there is hidden support. Okay, so all the while that something was going on in your life, there was support there for you, and maybe you didn't realize it, or maybe you thought you were alone in something. But this shows you moving away from chaos, and it was a good move for you. And if you're in that transition now, it's going to be much easier on the other side. For some people, this is also indicating travel over water, so travel overseas, maybe even, or moving to a place that is more to your liking and something that brings you more into yourself. So you've left the drama, or you are leaving the drama, and now the next phase of your life is about to begin. And you need to focus on what you really want to do, not what you think other people might want you to do, but what you really want to do for yourself as a soul, okay? Along with this, when we asked about relationships as well, we have the Page of Swords, okay? And the Page of Swords can also just be a friend. Sometimes the Page of Swords is someone who likes to cause a little bit of concern, maybe in an existing relationship. So this could be someone that likes gossip or scandal, or is totally on a different wavelength to you. Sometimes this can be a child as well as being important, like the child is important, and maybe this child is on your mind, or this child is very intellectual, sharp, you know, with it kind of thing. But this child also has, or this energy of youth has a lot of focus on your future as well, moving into your future. So maybe, you know, getting in connection with your inner child, or starting to make decisions for yourself, or if someone is around you that is, you know, dragging on your soul, okay, and you know if that's happening for you, that it's happening, okay, and it's time to just go quiet on that person, or let that whole situation go, or maybe something, you know, from the past is, you know, they're still hanging on to something from the past, and you just want to move past it now. So it's okay to give your permission to say no, and as a Pisces, you're probably going to feel bad about it, but it's about getting out of the old cycles and into new ones. Okay, so if you want your life to be different, then the new cycles need to be there and follow you through. So could be some news coming in regards to a youngster, a child, or, you know, someone who's gossipy or in a little bit of rivalry with you, or maybe jealous of your situation or something like that. And if that's the case, it's time to let that person go, because you don't need that energy around you anymore. But also to bring out your own inner child and connect with the things that you've always wanted to do. Now, as far as finances go, we move into the Emperor card, which is very positive with regards to finances, because we see someone who is in authority, and perhaps this person in authority is going to make a visit, or you're going to hear some legal news or something like this. Maybe this is something you've been waiting for. If this is not talking about waiting for legal news or something like that, it could be that anything that you're going to begin to work on now, like, this importance of leaving everything behind and moving forward. So anything that you're going to be working on now is going to be very successful, but you are going to have to be very, secure in your emotions and stronger in how you're thinking, in order to be this kind of a emperor person. You imagine an emperor as being very, very powerful in many different ways. And this is showing that you have that energy within you to be your own boss, to work for yourself, to work on your dreams and goals, and not let all the pettiness or the past or the way things were or anything like that continue to dictate how you are today, and also how you're treated by other people. Because sometimes when people think that you're weak because you have this emotional side, they think that you are needy, or that you need them in your life. I mean, how could you possibly be moving on without them, kind of thing? Well, you don't. And you probably never really have needed anybody. But now this independence is here for you, so that you can feel the financial flow happening for you in your life as well. Some people may be getting a promotion at work, or something different with management happening at work, and this enables you to go into a better, more peaceful position. If not, this also just maybe say, hey, you're really good at being your own boss. Maybe it's time you start thinking of a business idea for yourself as well. So overall, Pisces, you're doing a really, really good job. You're moving forward. You're leaving crap behind you. You're not trying not to bring it up. Someone looks like they might be trying to bring up issues for you, or maybe they've been like a trigger point for you, like something from the past or whatever you don't need. But it's time now that you stand your ground, and this is going to bring the abundance into your life. So if you're wondering what's going to bring money, standing in your own power is the thing, because it's probably something that you haven't really done very much before. So for Pisces, I also want to do a message from Spirit, what are they called? Talking to Heaven cards. Okay, so if you have a loved one in heaven, or you would like a message from your angels, or from your spirit guides, here it is. So I'm just going to interpret whatever comes out. So this is for Pisces. Don't be afraid. Okay. So this must go along too with, you're moving forward into a new life. This is something that you've always wanted. It may not be something, or it may not be going exactly how you imagined it in your mind. The message here from Spirit is, don't be afraid. It's time for you to be like rock solid. Understand your worth, understand who you really are, and don't let the labels that people have given you from the past, or how things were from the past, don't let that dictate where you're going in the future. This is also going along with the Emperor card. So if someone's missing their father, or their husband, or a male who's passed away, this is definitely, my feeling is this is a masculine energy moving forward. Like say, hey, don't be afraid, don't hide behind anything, be yourself. You can do anything, you can do anything that you set your mind to. And it's time for the old emotions, which is here with the water. It's time for all of the emotions to go, and to be more grounded and firm with what you really want, where you want to be. Okay, so that's awesome. Don't be afraid, for everybody. So thank you so much for listening, Pisces. I hope that was helpful to you. And now moving on to Cancer. Okay, so for Cancer, we are using the tarot of, whoops, it's not supposed to be upside down. Anyway, if there's some upside down that they're not supposed to be. So we're using the tarot of the Gateway Tarot by Caro Marchetti. and we are doing 3 cards: life, relationships, and finances. Okay, and we're also doing talking to heaven. I think these are the cards. So we are doing a message from spirit as well. So hopefully you're happy and well wherever you are, Cancer. And let's see what's coming up for you. And hope that you enjoy the messages. Okay, so thank you so much for being here, subscribing and liking and sharing so that everybody starts to get to know me. Okay, Cancer, what's going on for you in life in general? Uh-oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Life in general. Relationships. And finances. So very, very gently, we're going to go along and do your little cards. And I'm holding on to, and some people ask me what I'm holding on to. Today I'm just holding on to a rock, a snow quartz rock. And I'm giving my nails a break, so you can see that I obviously don't have my nice nails on. Okay, so here we go for, it's interesting. Okay, this is for Cancer, and this is about yourself. Okay, the Page of Cups. So it looks like the water signs are dealing a little bit with their inner self, younger people, messages and news. The Page of Cups here for Cancer is an awakening of your spiritual knowledge. Okay, it's something that's coming forward to open up and give you those gifts and expand your gifts. Because just remember that we've all got gifts, and I get really upset when people say that they don't have any, or that someone else is better or more equipped or whatever it is. You all have gifts, and this is starting to come more into focus for you. The feeling side of life is always easy for Cancer, because you're always in that emotional state. But here it's saying that there may also be a younger person who's coming forward to also bring about emotion within you, or they have something emotional to tell you. But what I generally get from this card is that there is a lot of good luck around you, positive vibes. You're having an awakening in your own way, and it's really helping you to feel adjusted in everything that you're embarking on. Okay? With this card for relationships, this could be love relationships or just friendships or whatever, we have the King of Wands. Okay? So there's something here with regards to relationships. This could be a boss or whatever, where it is that kind of strong energy here, that, the messages here have been, maybe you've been going through a time where it's a little bit different than normal, a little bit abrupt energy, or someone's behaving in a different way, maybe something that you're not used to, or else it's asking you to also take on the attributes of the King of Wands. Start trusting in yourself and your beliefs and your desires, and start moving forward with business ideas, because you have that strength about you as well. You tend to over dramatize a little bit about how everything will go and how big it might be or whatever. It starts to get huge, but inside of yourself you're very, very strong. And also there's a grounded energy here, and also messages coming forward of relief. I just keep getting this word relief for Cancer. So something is changing, something is shifting, and you got to feel like, finally that's happening, Also here with finances, okay, so this is showing, as you can see, like you're feeling like, oh my God, I've got all these things to pay, and it may be that you're asking for money here, there and everywhere, but also that you need to understand that you are a very gifted person, as we remember from the start. You have these gifts here, so use this to your advantage with manifesting things in your life as well. And put the emotion, behind your manifestations. So, some people ask me, how do I manifest? How do I do it? And you need to place yourself emotionally in a position that it's already happened. And maybe one ingredient that is missing is that you're not imagining fully like an entire scenario playing out in your mind, you know, something where you've got all this abundance coming in. Like, who's the first people that you're going to be talking to about it? What's the day like outside? You know, the sun is shining, or it's cold, or it's wet, or it's raining, or whatever. What car's in the driveway? Try to focus on the entire day, how you would think it would be when you know this money is here with you, or now that it's here with you. Okay, so we changed it into the now. Who do you tell? What happens? What do you do with it? How do you divide it, kind of thing? And this will help you to manifest a lot easier. Okay, but it's showing here for you, for Cancer, that there's some big changes on the way. Okay, and you're going to be strong and balanced within this. And maybe if at the moment you're having financial problems, or you're worried about having a financial problem, if you make a decision, you need to make the decision anyway. Okay, the time has come for you to move forward. Okay, so let's see what your message is from Spirit. Okay, so if you have a loved one in spirit, or you want something from your angels or spirit guides, we're going to have a look here what the message comes through for Cancer. Okay, what do you need to hear from Spirit? And that's it. Okay, so somebody needed to hear this. Now I have no pain. Okay, if you've lost somebody with regards to cancer, or you know, any kind of problem where you know the body is just dying slowly, heart attack even, you know, there's problems usually before that happens. It's, you always think to yourself, what if, you know, are they okay, or what if, you know. And the message here is like, I have got no pain. Like, as soon as you transition from your physical body into the spiritual body, there is nothing that is physical anymore to weigh you down, right, and to keep you into that experience. And some people that have been in traumatic car accidents, or something like that, I think that people believe that, you know, there's got to be some kind of injury or something still on their body or whatever, but they're transcended, you know, they're transitioned, and it doesn't happen. So if you've been worried about a loved one, they need you to know that they've got no pain, that they are free, okay, that they love you very much, and always around you as well, and maybe giving you signs right now that you need to know. Sometimes this is an animal that comes forward with this kind of message, because we worry about our animals when they go, and this is just saying, no, I'm in no pain. In fact, you know, usually people start transitioning. Say if something is going to happen to somebody, like on a soul level, it's like you know it, okay? No matter who it is, no matter what the situation, it's like you have this knowing. And usually about 6 to 8 weeks before the actual passing, there's a time of letting go that the person goes through. Maybe they go around and start saying goodbye to everybody, or, you know, start making their presence known, or make phone calls or whatever, and also let go of a lot of their fears and things. Sometimes the fears can come up, you know, but most of the time they're doing this and they're transitioning without realizing it. And then 10 to 15 minutes before an actual fatal accident or something similar to that, they are out of their body, you know, so they're not really feeling it. The physical body is looking like it's going through all the things, you know, but they're not really feeling it. So someone out there needs to know that they've got no pain, okay? There's no pain on the other side of the veil. Pain is in the physical. In the spiritual, we don't have pain, okay? We don't have anything like it is here. Okay, so Cancer, you're just people are letting you know that they're with you, that you need to be strong, because something is changing with regards to work, finances, etc. And it's not going to be how it was before. So it's time for you to open up to all that you can really be. And it seems like the water signs are getting this message anyway. Okay, moving on to Scorpio. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing and subscribing and liking these videos. This is for Scorpio, and what I'm doing is using the tarot of the Gateway to the Divine Tarot by Cairo Machete. And we are doing your life in general, relationships in general, and finances. We're also doing a messages from heaven. So if you've wanted to hear from a loved one, angel, or a guide, there will be a message there at the end, okay? So we're seeing what comes through. So I am doing Scorpio, starting off with life in general, then relationships in general, and then finances, okay? So here we go. Scorpio. Ooh. And don't forget your moon and rising sign as well. In some places I'm told that my rising sign is Virgo. In some places I'm told that it's actually Sagittarius, which is interesting because I'm always connected to that. Okay. Scorpio, what do you need to know? Personality. So what's around you right now? Relationships, friendships, and finances. All right, let's go Scorpio. Hope you're happy and well. Okay, so the first thing is about you and how you're feeling, okay? And you got the 10 of coins. Couldn't get a better card unless it was in the finances section, okay? So the keys are here too, okay? So the keys could be very symbolic to you, especially about your own healing, unlocking your own healing, and your own abilities as well. It looks like you're going through a stage where you're starting to realize your own self-worth, that you're starting to realize, what you really want, and also how people can influence you or affect you because you are so connected with spirit all the time. It's like, everybody that you meet is someone from spirit or someone that you've known or someone that you're connected with. But it's not always a good thing, and this is something that you've started to discover. So you're really protecting your energy a little bit more as well. And you're unlocking, because of this, you're unlocking your own potentials and your own healing abilities in your own way. Okay, so not everybody is the same with regards to healing and how they do it, okay? And you should really try to stay unique to yourself. On other levels, you may be feeling miserable at the moment, and this is indicating that everything is going to change as you contemplate with things and contemplate within yourself. Things are going to start to change and get a lot easier for you as well. And there's hidden things that are coming to the surface, and also things that you may be finding around the house or wherever you live or in your belongings somewhere. There may be things that you're finding that mean something to you or have meant something to you in the past, and they're coming back up again, okay? So it's a really good card to start with for Scorpio. And then also, like, within relationships, and this can be friendships, not just loving relationships. Okay, so there's the card here of a major card of judgment. So this too sort of goes along with, how you are and what you've been working on now. So you've been working on discovering who you really are and how you feel about things. And then you get the judgment card come up in relationships. So you could have just had a relationship that was like this. It felt judgmental, or it felt strange, or it didn't feel how it felt in the beginning. And then all of a sudden you start beating yourself up about it, So like you feel really bad, or you feel maybe you've been too harsh or whatever. But a Scorpio always should really follow their instincts, like all the time. If your first impression is like red flags, then don't be surprised that if you go along with it, that there's more and more and more red flags and you're like, oh my God, kind of situation. The intuition is there for a reason, right? So because of your feeling side, you really want to give everybody a chance, but you can't do that. And not everybody's going to be like you are, or not everybody is going to treat you like you treat people, okay? So don't get yourself all caught up in something. This is also saying about your own judgment towards yourself. And I feel like you've been really hard on yourself based on decisions that you've made recently. And, you felt strong in them when you made them, and then you feel like you're backpedaling a little bit. Don't do that, okay? Your first decision was correct and always will be. So follow in that, let it go, and trust in yourself, and the angels are working with you on creating miracles here as well. So changes are happening, okay? All right. And also for your finances, the 8 of coins, which always shows working hard on something, working on it, and that it's worthwhile. So if you've been thinking about creating something for yourself or for other people, it's going to be worthwhile. It's probably going to take a little bit of work, okay? But you've got all the, the symbols of abundance around you. So when you're ready, it's all going to be there. This is all going to fall into your lap. So take your time with your plans and your goals and your dreams. Like, take your time and understand that it's a little bit of work in the beginning, but it's going to be totally worth it for you. Okay, don't judge yourself too harshly, even when it comes to finances. But I feel like you guys always manifest things really, really well. Okay, now a message from Spirit. Okay, if you have a loved one and you would like a message from them, maybe focus on that just now. If not, if you've been looking for a spirit guide message or an angel message, let's just see what comes through. Okay, this is for Scorpio. For whoever's listening, I am here helping you. I really like that. Look at that. I'm here helping you. So this could be your loved one or an angel or a guide. Look, and sometimes we forget that we have this support around us. And maybe, because you've been going through this period where, you feel like you're sort of judging yourself, and maybe you have been sentimental or been missing people. This is just reassuring you that they're always there helping you. And maybe it's time for you to get some signs of that, or start asking for the signs of your loved ones that are around you. I always found that with my own family that have passed away, that I found it hard for myself to be able to get messages from them or have visitations. It's like my friends would get visits from them, and I'm like, come on. So what I ended up doing was, just like I do with my angels, was I just ended up having conversations. And I'd have conversations with my brother or my grandmother or whatever, and then I would listen or imagine what they would say back to me if they were still here now. And you don't want to know what my grandma would say about my clothes and my hair and the things that I do. But my brother would be like, go ahead, sis, like, you're cool, you're doing it great. So, understand that no matter how long ago maybe that you've lost somebody, or whether you were a baby and you lost somebody, or very, very young, that connection never dies. It's always eternal. The connection between the souls expands all the time. The physicality goes away and changes, etc. But that soul connection is always there. And you need to know that they're there helping you through every step. Even ancestors, even if you don't have anyone immediately in your immediate family that's gone, your ancestors are there helping you as well. So that's lovely. I hope that was helpful to somebody out there. So I appreciate you guys watching and sharing and liking and subscribing. And until next time, lots of love, everybody. And goodbye for now. Bye.